KROQ, Klein, Alley Show. Lots of chances to win from us this morning. We got tickets for you to see. Which comedian, Vanessa, are we doing at the Hollywood Bowl? I always forget.
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais. You'll get tickets to see Ricky Gervais at the Hollywood Bowl. That's coming up a little bit later this morning. And also, we will get you into When We Were Young. Just announced what a lineup, including the return of Panic at the Disco. They called it quits. It felt like just a year ago, and now they're having a reunion show next October, and you will be
right
there.
around the kid's first birthday, right?
That's right. So Allie is about to die.
No, it's not necessary. Well, according to the medical advice that I was given.
I thought someone told you yesterday to hang up and call 911 immediately.
So, I think medical advice is a little bit overrated, depending on the thing that you're getting advice
from
for.
someone you meet in an elevator, sure. But from a medical professional, that's not really medical advice.
Look,
that's them doing their job.
Okay.
Yes,
hello? They're doing their job. Yes, of course. According to the little, tablet that's in front of them that's saying, click here, okay? If they say this, send them to the emergency room.
No, it's not according
Correct
to the
me
tablet.
if I'm wrong. You've been sick for now 11 days? 12 days?
This is day 10, actually, Omar.
Now, what in the world, why wouldn't you listen to a medical professional to make you feel better?
Okay, so all of this started because my kid had a horrible virus. Unfortunately, he had a seizure as a result of the virus. Now he is fine.
Because Allie didn't listen to any of the medical advice they gave. So that's why his situation...
He'll be fine.
Yeah, his situation worsened quickly.
Then that was me calling 911. That is an emergency, right?
Yes.
The ambulance showed up and everything. They took us to the hospital. This is now me being sick for 10 plus days. Yesterday, I was kind of given a passive-aggressive suggestion from Katie to call a doctor because at this point, it's just getting a little out of hand,
And,
right?
and by the way, we've all said that, too, because you're bringing your funk and your germs and you're gross in here.
Yes, gross.
And we all sit around and we're all very close to, way too close to each other.
Weren't you just like 4 days ago looking up the symptoms for mono? Didn't you think you had mono?
Yes, but that's past now. I don't think I have it because there are some of the symptoms. I'm getting new ones and other ones are going away. It's always changing.
You're one of those people that are hopping on WebMD and think they know better than the actual doctor.
No,
doctors go to school for a long time, right?
Long time. They're probably still in debt.
So what I did was I decided, all right, I'm going to call the nurse hotline and just get some medical advice, okay? And let me just start by saying...
What do you say it like that? Medical advice.
Yeah, you sounded so...
What the hell?
These are professional nurses, Allie. They know better than you do because they deal with idiots like you all day, every day.
Yes, but all of us have ignored medical advice at one point or another, whether it's on the back of a bottle of something or hey, don't drink on this medication, don't walk because this might...
First of all, Allie, that's not medical. The back of the bottle is not medical advice. That's
Yes, it is.
instructions for how to take the medicine.
Yeah,
that's
and
not
it's
advice.
And it's their advice that you don't drink while you're on these meds, but everyone
Advice
does
is
it.
like a friend who says you should wear some of those socks when you fly so you don't get blood clots in your... That's like advice.
All right.
You're talking about rules.
I call the nurse hotline and they say, all right, what's going on? And I say, well, I've been sick for 10 days almost now, and what are the main problems? I'm like, well, I've got this swollen throat that seems to be getting worse, and it's kind of tough for me to swallow. I still can't taste or smell anything. I've had a lot of nausea. I'm getting headaches. There's all this stuff I'm listing off, right?
You're a real catch. Is that what they said?
Sounds terrible, man.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. But the body aches have gone away, so that's a plus. And then I said, I think, they said, what's the worst symptom, the one you're most worried about? I said, well, the throat is kind of, concerning, considering, if I'm talking for long periods, my voice gets tired and it's hard for me to swallow and it's getting really unenjoyable to eat.
And also who your mom is.
Yeah, the throat goat.
Right. So
yeah,
you're the next
I did
in
name
line.
drop her.
Yeah, if you have a bad throat and you're next in line to the throat goat, it's embarrassing to your whole family.
Exactly.
Creed.
They think I'm incompetent, my whole family.
Right.
I can't face them at Thanksgiving.
Right.
So then she goes, all right, well, has your sore throat gotten worse in the last 24 hours? And I said, yeah, actually it has.
Yeah, thanks for asking. Good advice. Bye.
And I'm thinking, yeah, I guess it's gotten worse. So she goes, go, clickety click. My advice to you is to hang up with me and call 911 right now. And I was like, whoa. Hold on a second, lady.
You already used your 911 call.
I have already called 911 a week ago, and that was the whole experience is extremely expensive. I had to get an ambulance.
Right.
I don't think that's really what I need here. And she was like, well, that's what I'm telling you. And I was like, do you have anything else?
Wait. That got it went to like 100 real quick.
That's what I thought, Omar.
Well,
I was like, this is like her checking off a box because you click, then they think my air cavities are closing up and then I'm going to not be able to breathe.
If you're having trouble breathing and you feel like your throat is closing.
Isn't everyone having trouble breathing? Come on.
Listen, they're trying. Everyone wants to pass the buck and they don't want to be the responsible. So even if there's something.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I understand. And probably 911 was the most extreme. I mean, it's like a couple times you go to like a doctor for something small. They're like, look, this is outside of my whatever. Why don't you just go to the ER? And you're like, but I don't think this is an emergency. But they're not saying go to the ER because it's an emergency. They're saying go there because they got a wider range of whatever's there that can figure out where you belong.
We have a wider range of things to charge you for.
Yeah, that's true.
Going to the emergency versus calling 911 is very different. Like calling 911 is such a state of urgency. That's shocking to me.
And I feel like if I called 911, they would laugh at me.
Well,
saying my nurse hotline told me to call you guys.
At least you'd hear laughter.
But
yeah, finally.
So then I said, all right. Shut up.
That's a good one, Allie.
Right?
You found your sweet spot.
So then I
finally found that audience you were craving.
I said, Miss, I'm not going to call 911. And she said, okay, then I need to read this statement to you that you are refusing my medical advice. I said, all right, read away. So she reads the statement, and then she goes, do you understand? I said, yes, I do. She said, all right, the next level of care is that you need to go to the emergency room right away. I was like, next.
You skip that, too. Do you have to agree to that statement as well?
Yes.
All right.
Every time she had to read me a statement. So then she goes, what about urgent care? I was like, seems like that'll be a long wait as well.
Well, can we skip all the way to the part where you just tell me to take a warm bath? Because that I can do.
And then I was thinking, why did I call? You know, like what am I really looking for? Because people really just call with something in their mind that they want.
They want to hear.
They want to hear. So then what I want is for you to just I just want to stop by a doctor's office and have them look at my throat. That's really all I want.
So why don't you just do that?
I do. I have an appointment today, and I think I'm going to cancel.
Great. Because they're going to give you some of that advice.
I feel better.
That medical advice
I think I'm
that
good,
you don't
guys.
need. All right,
I'm
great.
on the tail end, I swear.
All right, well, R.I.P. It's been nice knowing you, Allie. There she goes. Enjoy her while you can. We know you didn't ask for these videos, but you're watching them anyway, which means you truly have nothing better to do.
Yeah.
So let this be a moment where we tell you to get your life in check.
Maybe you're still listening, or maybe you've completely checked out, or you're pretending to work at your desk right now. For whatever reason, thanks for watching, and we hope you watch more.
Yeah, and if you're supposed to be doing a different job right now, this is your friendly reminder to shuffle some papers and act annoyed and do things where you go like, oh, God, I'll get to this eventually, because that's what business people do.
Is that what you think business people do?
I assume so. I've never had a real job.
All right, so click like, subscribe to this or the podcast, or you can listen to the live show where you can't see our faces, and trust me, that's a bonus.
That's right, because this is what we also look like on the radio.
We don't look different.